Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you part 2 of What If the Ten Tails was sealed inside of Naruto. And yeah guys, I changed the name from What If the Jubi was sealed inside of Naruto. I already changed the thumbnail for part 1, so it's not anything new. It's the same thing, I just changed the name. And after this, I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Aizuna Uchiha was Naruto's ancestor. So stay in tune for that, and I hope you guys enjoy. And over on Anime King, I'm going to be posting What If Naruto was neglected by everyone. And I'm also going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto returned different after his training trip. So stay in tune for those, and I hope you guys enjoy each and every episode. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support, and yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this new episode. Begin the intro.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their
So, to do a bit of a recap, a long while back, before the Sage of Six Paths and his mother, a girl was born in the samurai times, as her mother named her Jubi. She was different from everyone else. Growing up, she became strong, very quick, and powerful, as her grandfather wanted to marry her off, seeing that back then, it was tradition for the clans. But she didn't want that, so instead, she got angry and lashed out as she killed her grandfather. She then headed off. As years upon years passed, she traveled the world fighting. She had to suppress her power heavily because no one could defeat her, as she was very bored, until the day came when a man with strange eyes appeared, as she never saw those eyes before, and they fought. In the end, he was the one who won, as he split her into 9 pieces, creating 9 bijous, splitting a great portion of her power. He then sealed her up into the moon, as she was able to create bloodlines and send them to Earth, bloodline after bloodlines. So she got Madara working for her. And on the day of the Kyuubi attack, Madara passed on his will to Tobi, and Tobi broke the seal on the moon, which was very weak after a time, as she got sucked down to Earth, where she was sealed inside of Naruto. Naruto also had a sister, her name was Saya, as she got the 9 tails sealed inside of her. Years passed as Naruto met the Jubi, as they quickly gained a mother-to-son relationship, as she cared for him very much, and he's going to help her restore her power, and she's going to help him as well, by giving him a powerful bloodline, so he can be stronger, and with her inside of him, they are completely bonded, as Naruto is eating a lot, as Kushina was surprised by that, as the Jubi told him that he's eating for 2. Kushina was concerned Naruto didn't have any friends at school, but Minato told her not to worry about it, he's gonna be fine. The Jubi told Naruto if he's going to hunt down and restore her power, he's going to need to kill. As Naruto went to the gutter of Konoha, the very bad part, where he saw a little 4-year-old girl, as she was being hurt by 4 drunken men, as Naruto slaughtered them. When he got home, Naruto didn't feel bad. They were scum, they deserved to die. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself, so let's begin this new episode. Time skip. We start this episode 4 years later, as Naruto was now 8 years old. In the past few years, Naruto has grown a lot stronger, as he saw the hatred and disgust in this world. He has been killing junkers and criminals at night. And right now, he's building up with an uninterest for human life. While he cared for his mother, father and sister, he didn't care about other human beings in the world, as Jubi influence was rubbing off on him. While he hasn't mastered Jubi Taijutsu stance, he was a prodigy of it already. As Jubi told him, the technique name was called Striking Wolf. As Naruto also realized, with each different style of a striking wolf, there was always 10 hits, no more and nothing less. Naruto did know some C-rank jutsu, but that was all. Jubi told him that she wanted to master the taijutsu stance before she teach him any real ninjutsu or genjutsu. His chakra control is near perfect, and he did know a lot of seals thanks to the compound library. He also learned the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and it helped a lot with his training. And he's still in the academy. Time skip. Some years pass. As Kushina looked over her two children, she could only think how different they look. They are twins, but they don't look alike. They don't act alike. They were like distant cousins. Saya has straight, red hair that is tied up in a ponytail, with blue eyes. She had pale, tan skin, with markings on her cheek. She has terrible chakra control, and she's not very good at the ninja arts, but yet she make up for all of that in confidence. And for Naruto, he had spiky blonde hair that go down to his ears in a mess. He has whisker marks on his cheek as well. And he is very calm and patient, but at some points he does have a temper. He has great chakra control and constantly trains. Either way, Kushina loves them both. Naruto is her baby boy and Saya is her baby girl. Though she missed her look on Naruto that would constantly help her. He was not like that anymore. He always stayed by himself. "Hey mom, what's for breakfast?" Saya called as she raced down the stairs. "Hello Saya," Kushina smiled. "Pancakes, since it's you and Naruto's big day." As she set down the plate of pancakes. "Naruto, come on," Kushina called out. As Naruto made his way down the stairs. As Saya started to drown her pancake in syrup. Naruto arrived at the table as his hair was drenched. "I was in the shower," he said, as he sat at the table. "What do you both want to drink?" asked Kushina. "Orange juice," said Saya. "Milk," said Naruto. Kushina smiled softly, another thing that made them so different. "Can I have some chocolate chips? And are you making bacon?" Naruto asked. Kushina smiled. "I know you. You need to eat a whole course before you're slightly filled." After breakfast, Naruto and Saya left. As they went to the academy, it was time for the genin test. While Kushina started her normal day, first, she went into Saya's room and put all the dirty clothes in the basket. Naruto's dirty clothes was already outside the room in a basket, as she then went and wake up Minato, gathering his dirty clothes. As she did the laundry before she went out. Her normal day became boring after she had kids. She no longer wanted to be a ninja, due to the fact that she wanted as much time as possible with her babies. Since Minato is a Hokage, they got more than enough from him, and they already have a small fortune saved up already. As Kushina paused as she stopped at Naruto's room, as since he was 6, he wouldn't allow anyone to go into his room again. Well, that would be invading his privacy. But what if he's in trouble or something, she wondered. As she turned the knob and entered the room. As she looked around, it was clean. The door to his personal bathroom was closed. His clothes were in the wardrobe, his clean one. Everything looked normal. Kushina sighed as she moved from the room. Perhaps nothing was wrong with him. Maybe it was just because he was growing up. Meanwhile, with Naruto, he watched as the written test was passed out. This is the written part of the genin exam. This is a crucial part, so do your best. You have 3 hours to complete it, Aruka said. If you cheat, that is an automatic fail. The exam, start now, he called out. Naruto, did you clean up the blood in the bathroom? The Jubi asked. Damn it, I left the body in there as well, Naruto said. Crap. You better hope your mother doesn't worry about your well-being today, the Jubi said. If we get caught, I blame you for wanting the experiment, he said. Aw, I just wanted to see how far a human could take before going insane, the Jubi said. He wasn't even a good experiment. He was weak and drunk, Naruto said. Yeah, but he did scream nice, the Jubi said. We're both lucky that I put down privacy seal on my room and my bathroom, he said. After the exam, Aruka took 30 minutes to grade it as he moved them onto shuriken and kunai throwing. After many names were called, it was time for Naruto. Namikaze Naruto, Aruka called out. Naruto went over as he made sure to get 10 of 7 for both. as Jubi told him to not really show them anything yet. Just keep your skills hidden. Well, for now. Pass, Aruka said as Naruto got 7 out of 10 for both of them. As Naruto went back to his seat. Namikaze Saya, Aruka called. Saya went up as she got 4 out of 10 for Shuriken and 7 out of 10 for Kunai. Pass, barely, said Aruka as he sighed, as Saya winced and returned back to her seat. It was then for the clone, as Naruto created a perfect clone. As he got his headband passing the exam, his sister was then called, as he watched her exit the room without a headband as she had a disappointed look on her face. That night when Naruto got home, he couldn't find his sister anywhere and he was worried. Naruto, she's most likely moping somewhere, Jubi said. That's my point, said Naruto. I'm worried about her. As he then finally spotted her, she was eating ramen with Aruka and she had a headband. I wonder how that happened, said Jubi. Me too, said Naruto. I guess I'll ask her when she get back, he said. Later that night, how stupid can you be, said Naruto, as he was yelling at Saya. Why did you listen to Mizuki? As their parents stood there, just watching. I wanted to pass, Saya said. You could have asked me to help you. Being the Hokage's daughter, they would have given you a quick retest. I could have shown you, the Shadow Clone, Naruto said. I didn't want to bother you, Saya said. What? And you go and listen to a traitor? Have you learned nothing? I told you, when you're in trouble, light the scroll that I gave you on fire, and I will find you, Naruto said. I'm sorry, Saya said. Naruto, you're being a little too harsh on her, said Minato. She's a genin now, he pointed out. Do not take her side, Naruto said. Didn't you see how dangerous it was? Naruto is right, Minato. While I'm proud of her, she shouldn't have done something so dangerous, said Kushina. I'm sorry, Saya said. Saya, just promise me, you won't ever do something that stupid again. I promise, she said, as Naruto hugged his sister. The next day, you got a week before you get yourself on a team, the Jubi said. During that time, we have a lot to do, said Naruto. Good boy, said the Jubi. Time to plan, said Naruto as he went through the village. Meanwhile, Saya was walking down the road as she was happy. Her brother forgave her for that mistake that she did. She was also going to spend off all of her allowance, seeing that her parents told her that her pocket money that she would be getting will be coming from her D-rank missions. So all the money that she had right now that she got from her parents, she's going to treat herself. Saya, what are you doing? Called a voice. As Saya turned around to see her brother. Going to spend my allowance, she said. You're going the wrong way. You're going towards a ninja market, Naruto said. As Saya huffed. How did you know that I was not going to buy a weapon, she asked. Well, because you always buy ramen or candy with your allowance, Naruto said. I know you. Saya pouted as she changed directions. I guess you're right, she said. Now to get some candy as she ran off. As Naruto sighed. As Naruto entered the weapon shop. Ah, hello Naruto, the worker said. Hello, I would like my usual, please, said Naruto. Of course, the worker nodded. 15 soldier pills, 3 rolls of paper bombs, 4 rolls of ninja wires, 250 kunais, 250 shurikens, all sealed into 4 medium storage scrolls, he said. As he got all of them, that will be 111,000 yen. As Naruto paid the man and took everything. As Naruto headed off. For future C-rank missions, you will need a lot of soldier pill. Seeing that you need to eat a lot since our chakra burned up a lot of calories. Ninja wire and paper bombs are some little things that can be used, said the Jubi. Yeah, we usually use them for training anyway, Naruto said, as he organized his new things. Later that day, Naruto hummed quietly to himself as he watched the village go by. He's bored. It's too early to take care of the scums in the village. His sisters off with their friends, celebrating for becoming a genin. He didn't have any chores. Sometimes he wished that he had someone else than Jubi to talk to, seeing that sometimes she can be a little restricting. But she cares about him a lot, even if she won't admit it. Naruto, how about we go and eat some barbecue? The Jubi said. That does sound like a bad idea, said Naruto. Alright, move on to the barbecue place, she said. Let's go, Naruto said, as he got up and headed off. The rest of the week passed on very quickly, as Naruto found himself going a lot to the barbecue place, as he took Saya and her friends one time, since she asked him. What can he say? He cared about his sister a lot. As Naruto wondered what team would he end up on, and this year there was an odd number of graduates. One team would have an extra member, as today was a day, as both him and Saya were going to the academy to find out which team they're going to be on. As Naruto had a feeling that him and Saya will end up on a team together, seeing that they're siblings, wondering if his father pulled any strings. As they arrived at the academy, as Saya looked over to her brother, as she wondered how can he be so calm? How could he not get angry or bored? He was always so calm. The door then opened. Everyone, calm down. It's time to announce your genuine teams, Iruka called out, as the class went silent. Okay now, Iruka said, as he pulled a sheet of paper. Team 1, still active. Team 2, still active. Team 3, still active. Team 4, still active, Iruka listed off. As Saya just went blank until she finally heard her own name. Team 7, Saya, Namikaze, Sakura, Haruno, Sasuke Uchiha, and Naruto Namikaze. You 4 will be the uneven team due to the odd number of graduates in the academy. Your Jonin sensei will be Kakashi Hatake, Iruka explained. Team 8, Ino Yamanaka, Shikamaru Nara, and Choji Akamichi. Your Jonin will be Asuma sensei. Team 9, Hinata Hyuga, Kiba Inuzaka, and Shino Abarami. Your Jonin will be Kurenai sensei. Your Jonins will come to pick you momentarily. 3 hours later, you could find Team 7 still in the classroom. What's taking that bastard so long? Saya said. Kakashi's always late. You know that, Saya, said Naruto. I know, but still, she said. You know him? Asked Sakura. Our father was his Jonin sensei, said Naruto. And he's always late, said Saya. Not always. I heard he used to be on time. Sometime during the Shinobi's War. And then, after something happened, he always came late, Naruto said. As they all watched as the door opened. Kakashi-sensei, said Saya. Ah, hello Saya, Naruto. Kakashi nodded to the two. Alright, everyone meet me up on the roof in 5 minutes, he said. And with that he poofed off. Damn bastard, Naruto muttered. 5 minutes later. Now, how about we all introduce ourselves, Kakashi said, looking at his 4 pupils. How about you do it as an example, Sakura said. I guess so, said Kakashi. My name is Kakashi Hatake. I have multiple likes and many dislikes. I have a few hobbies and my dream. Well, I'm not gonna tell you that, he said. Now you, he said, as Saya just shook her head as she knew that was coming. Okay, Pinky, you're up next, said Kakashi. My name is Sakura Haruno. I like... She then giggled as she glanced at Sasuke. I dislike Naruto because he's so arrogant. My hobby is... As she glanced at Sasuke and giggled. And my dream... As she looked at Sasuke as her face get all flustered. As she let out a fangirl scream. As Naruto felt pity towards Uchiha as he glared at Sakura. When will they get the hint that Sasuke doesn't like them? Oh wonderful, Kakashi thought. A fangirl. Alright, Twin 1, he called. Naruto rolled his eyes, already knowing that Kakashi was talking about him. My name is Naruto Namikaze. I like training. I dislike pathetic piece of crap humans that does bad things. My hobby, or training. My dream is to become the most powerful ninja in the entire elemental nations, he said. Okay then, said Kakashi. Twin 2. My name is Saya Namikaze. I like ramen. My favorite being miso ramen. I dislike when my brother go into his insane moments. My hobbies are eating ramen. My dream is to become Hokage, like my dad, she said. What do you mean insane moments? Naruto asked. Well, you do sometimes go all dark and creepy, Saya said. I don't get all creepy, said Naruto. As Kakashi sighed. Emo, he said, looking at Sasuke. As Sasuke scowled. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I rarely like things. I have many dislikes. My hobbies does not concern you. My dream is not a dream, it's a goal. To kill a certain someone. Okay, Saya said, blinking at Sasuke. That was weird, she thought. Alright everyone, Kakashi said as he clapped his hand. Meet me at Training Ground 18 tomorrow at 7 a.m. Don't eat anything or you will puke your guts out. And with that he vanished. As Naruto was heading back to the compound, I have a special surprise for you, said the Jubi. What is it? Naruto asked. I am going to give you a bloodline as soon as you finish your first C-rank mission, the Jubi said. That will take forever, you know. And why after my first C-rank mission, Naruto asked. Well, we both don't know your real weakness in a fight, so until you get a good C-rank mission where you fight someone seriously, no bloodline for you, she said. You thought about this, Naruto said. Of course I did. I need to make sure you won't be harmed, she said. When you're fighting, I won't be able to constantly protect you from hits. I can heal you, but since your control over my chakra isn't the best yet. Oh, I have an open weakness in my shield, said Naruto. Yeah, the Jubi said. The next day, Naruto was wrapping white bandages tightly around his ankle as the Jubi was ranting something inside his head, saying that she would be a better sensei than Kakashi. She knew more about him and she could teach him better. But that is more than obvious, she could teach him better than anyone else. She knows him the best after all. Jubi, shush. I don't need you distracting me today, Naruto said. Yeah, she huffed as she crossed her arms. Naruto then stood up straight as he attached the kunai pouch to his waist. As he then stored some storage scroll into the lower calf of his leg in the pouch. He then smirked. It's time to go, he said. As Naruto arrived 3 hours late to see his new team already there. Where were you, Naruto? Saya asked. Is Kakashi here yet? Naruto asked. No, he's not, said Saya. That is exactly why I didn't show up early, Naruto said. Suddenly, poof. Sorry I'm late, said Kakashi, as Naruto backed back. I offered to help our old lady with her groceries, and then she offered me coffee. I couldn't refuse, he said, giving them an eye smile. Whatever, Sasuke said. Today, we're going to have a little test, Kakashi said. This is going to be the real genuine exam. You have 3 hours to catch one bell, he said, showing off 2 bells. What? But we already passed, Sakura asked. That's merely to find candidates to become genuine, Kakashi said. But there is only 2 bells, Saya said. Exactly, said Kakashi. As Naruto raised the eyebrow, as Kakashi went on to explain the rest of the rules. He's lying, Naruto thought. Each team need 3 members, 3 Genins, and a Jonin. So, there can't be 2 bells. My thoughts exactly. This must mean it's a test for teamwork, the Jubi said. Another thing, if you lose, you won't be able to eat. You will be tied to that wooden pole, as the 2 who got close enough will be able to eat, said Kakashi. Good thing we packed soldier pills, Jubi commented. We can let the 3 get the bells if they can, Naruto said. Now, said Kakashi as he placed a timer on a wooden pole, you have 3 hours to get the bell. And remember, come at me with the intent to kill. 1, 2, 3, begin! As everyone vanished, except for Saya. Naruto groaned as he saw his sister. Of course she would go head on. An hour later, Naruto was sitting on a tree branch as he popped a soldier pill in his mouth. Why are you taking so many soldier pills? Said a voice. As Naruto looked to see Kakashi a few feet away from him, standing there. His chakra is off, Naruto said. It's a shadow clone, said the Jubi. My chakra burns up a lot of energy, since I won't be eating, Naruto said. So confident. Then again, no genin could beat me, said Kakashi. Looks like we're gonna have to try, said the Jubi. Naruto jumped down from the tree branch as he landed on his feet, as he stretched. Well, Kakashi-sensei, let the test begin, Naruto said, as he went into his stance. Never underestimate your opponent, even if it's genin, Naruto said, as he dashed towards Kakashi. As Kakashi dodged as Naruto hit, went towards a tree. Divine striking wolf, Naruto said, as he struck 10 times. As Kakashi watched the tree exploded into splinters. What the hell? Said Kakashi. You told us to go all out. In all honesty, it would have only broken your ribs, Naruto said. Kakashi went through hand sign, fire style, ash cloud, he said, as he blew out a cloud of ashes from his mouth, covering the place. As Naruto could faintly see through it, thanks to Jubi, as Naruto saw a figure moving towards him. as he pulled out a kunai that already had a paper bomb attached to it. As Naruto threw it towards the ash cloud, and it exploded as everything around it ignited and boom. As Kakashi quickly reappeared, coughing heavily. Rule 1. Always watch out for your opponents, a voice behind Naruto. As Naruto spun around a kick, but Kakashi grabbed his ankle and spin him around and then release him and send his body flying. As Naruto flicked in the air and landed on the side of a tree. You can walk on trees already? Said Kakashi. Yep, said Naruto, as he flipped off and went through hand sign. Shadow Clone Jutsu, he said, as he created 5 clones. You should have become a genin some time ago, said Kakashi, as he speed through hand sign. Fire style, burning ash, and blew out tons of ashes. Naruto snorted as he closed his eyes and held his breath as he moved back quickly. By the time he left the cloud, the end of his clothing got singed. As his clones popped out of the trees and ran towards Kakashi, as Naruto went through hand sign. Fire style, blazing streams, Naruto called out, and blue streams of hot flames towards Kakashi, as the fire incinerated everything nearby. When the fire vanished, Kakashi wasn't there. It was just a very burned log. Damn, said Naruto, as he felt something near him, as 2 kunais was near his throat, 2 Kakashis behind him. You won't be able to take him with your skills right now, said Jubi. As Naruto did not respond, it was impossible. He was officially a genin. His skill and power are maybe high Chunin level right now, but he couldn't beat Kakashi. Time's up, Kakashi said, as he pulled the kunai back, as his clone vanished in a smoke. 3 hours passed already, Naruto said, as Kakashi left them with instructions to not feed Saya, as she was tied to the pole. As the rest of them were eating, as Naruto looked at Saya. Alright, eat, he said. But he told you not to feed me. You will need your strength, said Naruto, as Sasuke also gave her some of his lunch. Seeing that they were doing it, Sakura did the same thing. And in a poof, Kakashi appeared. You all? He said. Pass. What? Said Sakura. The mission of this exam wasn't to get the bells, but to be working as a team. So we're officially Team 7 now, said Naruto, as Kakashi nodded. Alright, Naruto said, as he left his lunch with Saya. Where are you going? Asked Sakura. I'm going to get some barbecue, said Naruto. Barbecue? Sakura said. Yeah, he loved that stuff. He can eat tons of it, Saya said. As Naruto headed off. Time skip. Kakashi entered the Hokage's office, as he nodded at Minato and Kushina. What is it, Kakashi? Asked Minato. It's about Naruto. What about him? Kushina asked. Well, from his skills, he should already be a Chunin. He was able to keep me at bay for a long period of time, even though I was going all out. And he was able to use a taijutsu that destroyed a tree completely into splinters. I saw him practicing that taijutsu before, but it always backfired on him, Kushina said. He created 5 shadow clones as well. He can already walk on trees, and I'm guessing that he can already walk on water as well. Who has been teaching this? Was it you? Asked Kakashi, looking at Minato. No, it wasn't. But we have a good idea who is teaching him all of this. What do you mean? Asked Kakashi. We both believe that that demon I sealed in Naruto those years ago was the Jubi. But that's impossible, Kakashi said. The beast is dead. In my clan, said Kushina, there were stories of the Jubi being too strong to make up all the Bijus. Even after all the Bijus split from her, she still had one tail left. She was then sealed into the Sage of Six Paths that held her for the rest of his life, and towards the end of his life he sealed her into the moon. We believe the Jubi managed to escape with a little help. You mean the man that released her seal and controlled the Kyuubi released the Jubi? But why? Kakashi asks. We believe that is because he wished to give her back all her power. When I sealed that beast, it was a mix between a female and a wolf. Half of his body was hairy, hands, claw, and large, but half of his body was normal, except for sharp claws. Only one tail was there, but her eyes was off the Sharingan, the eternal Mangita Sharingan, said Minato. What do we do? Asked Kakashi. If it's the Jubi, then we have to make sure that Naruto doesn't want to leave us. He's been heavily influenced by the Jubi, but he loves Saya and he will stay with her. He want to protect her and keep her safe, said Minato. Kakashi, we need to make sure that Naruto grow some type of bond to his team, or, said Kushina. We will lose him, she whispered. Time skip. Naruto glanced over to his team, who was painting the fence. His shadow clones already finished with their painting of the fence, so he was just sitting there. Can't you help? Saya asked. Painting builds character, said Naruto. Sasuke snorted, while Sakura and Saya glared over at him. Kakashi's eyes smiled. You should help them, Naruto, he said. I finished my part, and my character is wonderful. They haven't, and their character sucked, Naruto said. Then make your character even better and help us, Saya said. And she threw the paintbrush at him, but Naruto caught it. But then your character would suck, and I don't want that for my team, especially not for my sister, he said, as he threw the paintbrush back at her, as she caught it and rolled at him. But she continued working. Time skip. 3 weeks later. Dad, we deserve a C-Rank mission. We've been doing D-Rank missions for 3 weeks now, Saya said. As Naruto just picked at his nails, as Sakura looked conflicted, as Sasuke looked emotionless. For once, I agree with her. We deserve a C-Rank mission, Sasuke said. We do deserve one. I mean, we're supposed to get a C-Rank mission once we complete 147 D-Rank mission, which we have, Naruto said. Kakashi shrugged. I think they're ready for one. Fine, Minato said. I'll give you a C-Rank mission. It's simply to protect the bridge builder from bandits to the land of Wave, and protect him from any thugs while building the bridge. We accept, said Naruto. Well, I guess it won't be that bad. Bring in the bridge builder, said Minato to a Anvu, as he then turned back to them. His name is Tazuna, and he's from the land of waves. A few minutes later, Tazuna stepped inside. These are my guards? A bunch of brats, he said, as Naruto raised an eyebrow. You're the bridge builder? A fat drunk? He shot back. You have 4 genin and 1 jonin. You will be perfectly fine. Tch, whatever, Tazuna said, as he walked off. We will be leaving in 2 hours. You 4, get ready, said Kakashi. 3 hours later, Kakashi got dragged off after being an hour late, as you could now find Team 7 on the dirt path. As Naruto was walking, as Jubi was taking a nap. As Naruto saw a puddle coming up, as he glanced over to Sasuke, as both of their eyes met. As Sasuke noticed it as well, as Sasuke gave a slight nod of his head, as Naruto looked over at Kakashi, who was just whistling. Naruto then connected with Sasuke's eyes once more, as the both of them nodded at each other. They would jump at the puddle, quickly. 3, 2, 1. As Naruto pulled out a kunai with a paper bomb, as he threw it at the puddle. As it hit, it exploded. What the hell, said Saya, as 2 figures ran at them. Sasuke jumped up and threw multiple kunai, as Naruto went through hand sign. Wind style, your bullet, he said, as he blew out tiny, unseen bullets that hit the 2. The demon brothers Naruto saw, as he saw their claws. One of the claws shot out, as Saya was about to throw her kunai, as it cut her on her arm. As Naruto growled as he speed through hand sign again. Wind style, your bullets, he said. Fire style, fireball jutsu, Sasuke said, as he blew fire into the mix once he spotted the chance, as the mixture hit the demon brothers. After the dust cleared, the both of them lay there unconscious, as Naruto took that chance to tie ninja wire around them. That was done quickly, Naruto said, as he nodded at Sasuke, who just sneered, as Kakashi gave him an eye smile. Good job, he said. Lousy Jonin, said Naruto, as he turned to the knocked out pair. What do we do with them? We leave them in a trail where Anbu can find them, said Kakashi, as he turned to Tazuna. Why did 2 B-rank missing names come after you? There is something you're not telling us. Gato, Tazuna said. Gato? Said Kakashi. He's a mafia leader, and he's been taking money from the land of Wave. I couldn't afford to hire people for an A-rank mission, said Tazuna. We could have set up a payment instead of sending a few genin on a suicide mission more than less the Hokage kids. Kakashi said. The Hokage kids? Said Tazuna, as he was surprised. Yes, they are, said Kakashi, as he pointed at both Naruto and Saya. The thing is, we cannot take this mission. We will head back and get you some jonin, said Kakashi. I say we stay, said Naruto. We can take it. Obviously, we just did. As Kakashi turned to the others, I agree, said Saya. I want to do this mission. I guess, said Sakura. As Sasuke just huffed in a response. Fine, said Kakashi. We will continue the mission, he said, as Tazuna gave them all a bright smile. As Naruto then walked over to Saya, as he looked at her hand. Shouldn't the Kyuubi be healing this by now, he said. It's poison, said Kakashi, as he watched the both of them. Damn it, said Naruto. We're not taking this mission, Naruto said, as he quickly changed his mind. My sister's hand need to be healed, he said. We're going back to the village. As Tazuna sighed, as he lowered his head. What? No, said Saya. I don't want to hold anyone back. The only way to heal you without a medic name is to remove the poison by letting your blood leak out. And we can't do this out here, Naruto said, as Saya quickly pulled a kunai and stabbed her hand. As Naruto gasped, damn it, he said, as he pulled out bandages and quickly came over. As he wrapped her hand, moron, he said, as Saya rubbed the back of her head. Sorry, she said, I just didn't want to be a burden. Next time, warn me, okay? I don't need you harming yourself, he said. Saya nodded and pulled her hand back. We can go now, said Naruto. Won't she bleed? Asked Sakura. The Uzumaki clan has strange healing abilities, so Saya will heal quickly, said Naruto. Oh, okay, said Sakura. The next day, Team 7 and Tazuna arrived at the dock, as there was a lot of fog there. Mist, to be exact. Naruto, however, could see through the mist easier, thanks to his heightened seeing. As a group headed off to a boat. As the man started to row the boat, someone with a bloodline is near, said Jubi. What do you mean, said Naruto. Something's going to happen for sure, she said. Huh? Naruto said. Ice release. Keke Genkai, she said. Someone is going to attack us? Naruto asked. It seems like it. The wielder has high Chunin level chakra, while the one with him or her has high Anvu level chakra. The one with high Anvu level chakra is spreading this mist out, meaning he or she wants to blur our vision, Naruto said. Yeah, the Jubi said. I'm going to focus my chakra through your body, slightly, so it will give you more speed and heal you quicker. I won't totally give you the blast of my chakra. Kakashi Hatake should be able to take on the one with a high chakra level. The other we can take on, Jubi said. Good, said Naruto, as he looked through the water. As he spotted a distant figure, as he looked across, waiting by the trees. It seems the other isn't getting involved, Naruto said. It seems so. I want you to go to sleep, Naruto. What? I want you to sleep. I don't want you in this fight. You can say that the demon brothers hit you with some unknown poison and it's just taking effect. And I ask again, what? I don't want you fighting, Jubi said. What? But Naruto was cut off. Just listen to me. I don't want you fighting these two. Your team can handle it. You're hiding something, said Naruto. Well, I may have accidentally injected you with too much of my chakra, and you're going to pass out anyway. What? Naruto shouted. But guys, I'm ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn that notifications stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends in social media platform, and stay in tune for the rest of the what is coming your way. And I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. But for now, I'm out of here, guys. Peace.